Hey, I have a hot take and some advice that you didn't ask for. I keep seeing everybody saying that safety eyes don't come out, and that's not true. They 100% come out. Like, that's not even like, just because a tree falls in the woods and nobody heard it doesn't mean it didn't make a sound. Like, it happens. It has happened. There are tons of like safety precautions that people take, like safety notices, like choking hazard warnings that people put on their items specifically because that happens. Even on store-bought plushies where the safety eye is going through fabric and connecting on the other side, the tag literally says caution, not suggested for anyone under 3 years old. And that's because when they're teething, they go for anything that's hard because it feels good and it rubs on their gums. And I know for a fact that if my dog can get it out, your kid can get it out. So I just don't do it. It's not safe. And to say that it doesn't happen, it's just willful ignorance. It's like it's going to lead to someone getting hurt, someone very small getting hurt, someone who can't protect themselves. Just saying that the parent is responsible for watching them all the time. Parents use the toilet. Like it's not going to happen that way. So just be mindful that if you're making something for a baby, or like geared towards a younger crowd, even like a toddler, just don't do it. That's why I designed felt eyes. And they're not like print the felt eyes and glue them on either, because those can just be torn off. I sew them, like they're all embroidered and sewn together. And I know it's a lot more work, but at the end of the day, it's safety precaution. And in my opinion, even if I lose a few minutes of like a half an hour out of my day over embroidery and sewing, like it's worth it. I just try to think of the end product. No one's going to choke on this. It's not falling apart. It's not encouraging them to chew on it, if that makes sense. Like the plushie will probably fall apart just as easily and quickly as the felt does, but it's safer, if that makes sense. I know it takes a long time. I know it's really annoying. So I set it aside. I do it when I'm in the right headspace for it. But saying things like, burn the backs of your safety eyes, that compromises the plastic. Never mind the fact that you're breathing in noxious gases. Like, that's gross, in my opinion. Anytime I accidentally burn yarn or plastic, I like immediately regret it. My respiratory tract, like I feel it burning me. I don't know, maybe that's just me. This irks me so bad that I've never spoken on camera before, but this is the one. When people say, put a piece of felt inside the toy and that'll keep it, it will not keep it unless it's glued and sewn. And even then, if it's not properly done, like if you're not a sewist, like you don't know like exactly all the points where it needs to be, unless it's completely tested. These are not guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Accidents happen. Just don't encourage them. Don't, like, try your best to avoid them. And in doing so, learn embroidery. It's actually a lot easier than you think, especially on the big plushies. Often all I'll do is pull a piece of yarn through and tie a knot. So literally the crochets here, I just pull a piece of yarn through and over, like around, and then tie a knot. That's it. And when people are doing the eyes, that's all they're doing. They're pulling a piece of yarn through in the same hole and then maybe going to the next hole at the bottom. And it's just looping yarn around and it's not even embroidery in the typical sense when the stitches are that big. You can use your crochet hook or a smaller crochet hook in most cases to just don't use safety eyes for baby toys. Do not encourage other people to use safety eyes for baby toys, please.